And as we set the body, we also are beginning to set the mind in the process of directed and focused attention. This is actually done on purpose. The neuroscience backs us up really well. The mind begins to let go slightly of all those discursive, ruminating, preoccupied, self-clinging, self-making, self-cherishing, self-obsessed thoughts by coming back to the direct, most urgent, most immediate experience of the breath in this body right here. So we just keep doing it. And so, of course, you're noticing the toggle. Thought about the day, back to the body. Thought about how long is this going to be, back to the body. Thought about, I'm not sure I can do this, back to the body. That's all you're doing. And it's perfect practice. See if you can settle a little bit in the out breath. It invites the parasympathetic nervous system. We'll give you a little neurotransmitters and a little chemistry for ease. It's good news. And then we set the heart. Now we've got the mindset in the body's stable and softening. And now we set the heart. These are the 3 spheres of contemplative life. And so we direct ourselves to opening in this practice to gratitude. We're very comfortable being grateful for things we like, for things we want, for things that are pleasant, for things that boost our image. Today we're going to work on gratitude for everything, even the lessons, the difficulties, the powerful but unpleasant teachers, the challenges. They too are blessings. And so we set the aspiration for gratitude, for gratefulness for everything. And then we also invite a recollection of who we are practicing for. We dedicate the practice, even before we do it, to someone who we wish to share these blessings, the blessings of the teachings, the blessings of the Sangha, the blessings of the connection to the teacher, this opportunity, calling someone to mind. Picturing them and breathing them right into your heart space. I don't try to think about this much before the practice. I try to let it be most immediate, most fresh and relevant. And interestingly, my father came to mind, and my father is coming up, we're coming up on a death anniversary soon. I hadn't thought about that too much either, but there he is. So I'm breathing him in. I have an infinite amount of gratitude for my father. All the protection, the safety, the well-being, the love that he offered. And so as I breathe him in, my heart's just getting bigger. Already it even feels achy. And this is just right. Just continue to breathe into the heart as we set the aspirations to contribute least harm. Whatever else we're doing, may we not cause harm. May we then, if appropriate, contribute something to the good. Our first work is just not messing it up. And then if we got anything extra, it's nice to offer it if possible. And then as we're offering it, we remember that this is not only for the benefit of the one who is gifted, it's not only to the benefit of the gift giver, it's not only to the benefit of the gift, that those things are completely interconnected like a hologram and simply grow. May we offer this practice to the end of suffering and the realization of true abiding happiness and freedom. May we do so for all beings everywhere, without exception. Omitting none. Blessing us all. And then find a place in your own body, possibly in the breastscape, somewhere between sternum and hip bones, where you can rest the mind in ease and calm. And you can just settle the mind there for a few moments. There's a little movement between my heart and deep into my belly. And I'm not picking right now. I'm going to let that be decided by the body itself. I'm going to let one decide by which is most prominent and available. It feels like maybe the heart today. So I'm just breathing into the heart space. You might be picking the belly, the diaphragm, maybe even a larger area, maybe the whole of the breastscape, which is absolutely fine. Sometimes the less squeeze we put on with a tight focus, the more beneficial the practice. We don't want to strain or struggle. We are committed, however, to this disciplined effort of coming back again and again to that area of the body when we notice that the mind moves off, which it is going to do. It's not a problem. It's not something to be fixed or improved. The very recognition itself that the mind has wandered is a moment of awakening. Smile. And then come back into the body. At least giving that whole out breath your attention, feeling the softening, the settling, the re-inhabiting. What we're also doing is something I like to call dropping the weapons. We're dropping some of the barriers, the shields, the defenses, the hardening, the tension and tightness we've carried throughout the day. And we can usually feel that with a little achiness somewhere in the body as we're releasing. It's beautiful work. Brother Stendhal Rast says, it is gratitude that leads to happiness, not happiness that leads to gratitude. We need gratitude first. If we cannot see the good, the blessings, we cannot see all that is contributing to our being well, healthy, present, not only now, but throughout all time, there is no potential for happiness. We're just seeking something else. And so I'd like us to reflect for a moment on the things that we can name that have contributed to our gratitude, our well-being, our happiness, that have come from the past. Not just right now, but those things that have contributed. Now, from the point of the view of a Buddhist cosmology, they say no matter the conditions, no matter your preference, no matter your opinion of your parents, the very first blessing that you have received was the fact that somebody carried you for 9 months, bore you, and then fed you because you got here. And so no matter what else is true, the skillfulness, the not, the pain, the not, of our own mothers and fathers, the very first acknowledgement, honoring, should be to our own parents for their sufficient care. We got here. They offered us the preciousness of this human life. And for this, we are eternally grateful. Picturing them, breathing them in, creating a place and space for them in your own grateful heart. Grateful for our parents. Thank you. And see if you can make real contact with that gratitude. It really requires that we make contact with the truth. The truth that they had choices, the truth that they didn't have to care for you at all. Truth that there were many sacrifices, whether you could see them or not, in offering you care. Breathe in and see where that resonates, where that strikes any chord in your own body, in your own heart. We could move beyond our parents then to their parents, theirs, to our lineage, to our tradition, to all those people who propagated family, who cultivated our own family narrative, who worked hard. And then we could be grateful for all that contributed. Itself, the five elements could be invited in. All the sun, all the rains, all the good soils that contributed to their eating so that we could be here. Their being well. Those who built shelters. Those who contributed to delivery and service and food in roadways and farming, other trades. All of that was necessary to get here. May we be grateful for all this. And then take a moment and think about other things that haven't been named. Of course, there are many. A stranger stopping to help. A gift, a contribution that made a difference. Maybe your own good brain. Maybe your own working body. And how it has contributed. Maybe your own good heart. And as we breathe in, I always notice a momentary pinch, an ache, a pressure, sometimes a squeeze. And I just know that's my own heart opening and also possibly resisting. And we don't make a problem out of it and we don't try to fight with it. It's just knowing the ache. And if it feels achy enough, sometimes just placing our own hands right on our chests, right there, holding our own hearts as they open to the truth of gratitude and blessings. All that has contributed from the past. There might be a teacher, a coach, maybe a tradition teacher, Jesus, the Buddha, Gandhi, a mentor. Maybe someone who, when they looked at us, we felt loved. Or seen. Stay in contact with the breath as best you can. Don't make this contemplation too much of a mental exercise. You really want to stay grounded and embodied. We're just trying to cultivate and activate the experience, the felt sense, the physicality of gratitude in this body. And then we're breathing that. Achy, tender, expanding, limitless. May I be grateful for everything that has contributed to my ease, to my happiness, and my well-being, whether they be named or recognized or not. And one of the ways we can do kind of a coverall for gratitude is to send gratitude in all directions. Let it touch everything because everything is interconnected with everything else. And of course, touches those things that have contributed to your presence, to your happiness. Breathe it in, touch into the truth of it, and send it out. Thanks, gratitude, appreciation, recognition of infinite blessings in this one life. You've been blessed by people you will never see and never know. I thank you. Just settle back into the breath and the body. Just feeling the physical effects of contemplating this gratitude from all those things from the past. And then we're just going to pick one moment, one person, one token of all that gratitude from that which has come before. Make a selection. It might be a representation or a person. But place them right there in the center of your own heart. And then we're going to go off into the future for a moment. We're going to do that first. All that will contribute to our ease, our well-being, our safety, our happiness. You might even picture a vaccine, for example. It might be a future relationship. It might be a future job. It might be a future condition in the body. I'm training right now. I'm grateful for the strength that I'm gaining in that weakened part of the body. I know if I continue, it will improve. I'm grateful for that. Maybe it's a future travel, What nourishes the grateful heart? And remember, it's not usually a thing, in fact, it's a feeling of wholeness, of connection, feeling of completion, accomplishment, feeling of growth, of learning, of gaining some inner and intrinsic qualities, not just external at all. These are often most important. May I be grateful for this path of awakening and that I am on it and that I'm going to continue. And we can even imagine ourselves with that calm, that ease, resting in the refuge of our own awakened heart minds. And can we feel gratitude, appreciation, even awaken joy at that possibility? And we come back, moving back from this somewhat imaginary future, right? It's not yet been lived, just possibilities for our happiness and our ease. And so then we come back to the present and see if we can't enliven our commitment. What will it take to gain those qualities, to gain those experiences, to feel that connection, that wholeness, that well being? What would be required right now? It would take a certain amount of commitment, a certain discipline, a certain effort, a certain energy. It would take a certain level of trust, a certain faith and confidence. See if we can invite those in now, this very present moment. And I forgot to suggest that you pick an object, a person, an event, an experience, form it up with a picture, and then invite that also into the heart space from the future. See if you could also hold your image from the past as well. And then we'll pick another token, an object that is this present moment. What could be most useful as we cultivate this grateful, appreciative, connected, open heart? And as I'm thinking myself about a present moment token, nothing concrete's coming, but the very physical felt sense of the breath seems very relevant. And so I'm going to use that. No object came to mind, no image, but the direct experience of the breath. A refuge in all moments, something to be eternally, unconditionally grateful for. Just being able to be right here, right now. Things exactly as they are. No matter the movement of the world, there is the stability and the spaciousness available within that is a permanent protection, an always available shelter. This calm, abiding mind, the greatest resource and refuge possible. Can we be grateful for this? And so we send gratitude in the three directions: the past, the future, and the present. Grateful for it all. It's very difficult, isn't it? Then, of course, it's not reasonable to be grateful for violence, grateful for pain, grateful for confusion, for delusion and deception. But we can be grateful for the clear seeing of it. We can be grateful for the capacity to respond rather than react. But we may not be able to be grateful for a moment of unpleasantness, of pain, of loss, of grief, of illness. We can be grateful for that which we discover about ourselves and others as we navigate the truth, the unescapable realities of this human life. They cannot be avoided. And so we can be grateful for what we can bring to the moment. And what might that be? It could simply be self-care. It could be honoring one's truth. It could be telling the truth. It could be choosing not to pick up the sword in a difficult moment. It could be choosing to say nothing or to take a stand. Can we be grateful for the wisdom that supports us in right action? Making, whether we say nothing or something, whether we take an action or don't take an action, skillful towards the greatest good. Can we be grateful for this wisdom mind in us? Can we be grateful for this compassionate and loving heart that does not wish harm, but resolution, connection, and oneness? This is our genuine wish. May all be well. May all be happy. May all be free from pain and suffering. This is Gratitude by David Steindl-Rath. You think this is just another day in your life. It's not just another day. It's the one day that is given to you today. It's given to you as a gift. It's the only gift you have right now. And the only appropriate response is gratitude. If you do nothing else but to cultivate that response through this great gift that this unique day provides, if you learn to respond as if it's the first day in your life and the very last day, then you will have spent this day very well. Begin by opening your eyes and be surprised that you have eyes that you can open. That incredible array of colors that is constantly offered to us for pure enjoyment. Look at the sky. We so rarely look at the sky. We rarely note how different it is from moment to moment. Clouds coming and going. We just think of it as weather. And even of the weather, we don't think of all the nuances of it. We just think of good weather and bad weather. This day right now, this unique weather, a kind that in that exact form you'll never see again. That formation of clouds in the sky will never be the same as it is right now. Open your eyes. Look at that. Look at the faces of people you meet. Each one has an incredible story behind their face, a story that you could never fully fathom. Not only their own story, but the story of their ancestors. We all go back so far. And in this present moment, on this day, all the people you meet, all that life from generations and so many places throughout the world flow together and meet you here like life-giving water. If you only open your heart and drink. Open your heart to the incredible gifts that civilization gives to us. You flip a switch and there is electric light. You turn a faucet and there is warm water and cold water and drinkable water. It's a gift that millions and millions in the world will never experience. So these are just a few of an enormous number of gifts to which you can open your heart. And so I wish you that you would open your heart to all these blessings and let them flow through you. That's everyone you meet on this day will be blessed by you, by your eyes, by your smile, by your touch, by your presence. Let the gratefulness overflow into blessings all around you. And then it will be a really good day. May we gather all our gratitude for all of our blessings and truly rejoice. And the way we rejoice honestly is by opening our hearts and making that very blessing, just like Brother David says, flow right through you and serve and resource and provide and shelter and guard and protect another. Just as the gifts you have received have provided for you. May we be grateful for it all. May we all have happiness and the causes for happiness. May we all be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May we rejoice at our good fortune and offer to the good fortune of others. May we remember who we really are, whole, complete, an essential foundation and part of the whole, never to be separated. And may this be a very good day. And let's be grateful. And then let this day be done. And may this practice contribute. So be it. So there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me, Leslie. I just saw you come on. It's first thing in the morning for Leslie in Israel. Thank you. Please come on, say hello. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. I know this is going to be a little different, right? A little different year. not quite the connections that we have had the joy and of experiencing in the past, but I think in safety, we can be in greatest community. And so know that I will be thinking of you all and wishing you many blessings. So we're very fortunate to be having fairly good weather here in Southern California. So I'm pretty grateful for that. I've got several family members around me. I'm very lucky in that way. And I know we all have infinite, truthfully, blessings, even when, like I said, things don't always go the way we are familiar or most like or most wish. So hope you're all well. That's the key. I have to say, I have 3 or 4 active COVID clients, which is the first time that has happened since March. And so it's not a joke. It is out there and around. I think the good news, I have to say, is that none of them are really, really, really ill. And so that feels like an amazing blessing. 2 people were at a wedding. I thought that was iffy proposition. I didn't care how open the space in Idaho was. And of course, they came back with it and are not feeling very badly at all. Amazing, because one of them has some pre-existing condition. 17-year-old that I know has it currently, and some others. So just be really extra careful right now. Also, I have to say, we know the colds are going around. And if you're getting a cold, it's good to look at what you're doing because you're touching stuff, you're wiping stuff, you're still, in some kind of habit. There's lots of cold happening right now. It's the first wave of the cold. So just look at that. Are you not wiping down your steering wheel in the car, or not drinking enough fluid, or just see if you can look at what you might be able to do to shore up a little bit. I've been shocked by how many people have come down with colds in just the last week. So it means the virus is out there now. And again, we know that as it relates to the COVID, this will be with us for a while. So I'm grateful for all of you and wish for your complete well-being and this holiday and always. So thank you all. I'm so happy to be here with you. Truly. Thank you. Lisa, I see you, and Elizabeth. Hi there. Elizabeth, I hope you're feeling well.
Good.
Yay. That's really happy to hear. I'm very happy to hear that. That's such good news.
Yeah.
Yay.
We just walked around. We have botanical gardens here in Denver, so I didn't think I was going to make it to Sangha, but we have botanical gardens that they light up for the holidays.
Lovely. Wonderful. What a beautiful thing to be able to do. We're going to be doing that here at our botanical garden in San Diego. They have also lovely one on Thursday morning. I didn't know they'd be open, but they are. And so that's going to be a part of our Thanksgiving blessing, is actually, enjoying being outdoors.
That was supposed to be, it's supposed to snow tonight. So it was only 40 degrees walking around outside. So we brought hot chocolate. So it was nice.
Yes, wonderful. Well, you look all snuggly right now. So you look warm enough right now. Good. That's wonderful to hear. How wonderful that you got out to enjoy that. I love those lights. I don't know if we're going to get to do that much this year here. Use Wild Animal Park. Remember that? Elizabeth used to do the lights at night. I forgot what they called that. They even had a little.
Like zoo lights, is it? But it was,
Yeah, it was very cool.
That's fun.
I wonder if they'll do that still. That would be a pretty fun thing to do. And a lot of space, right?
There's a bunch of big fancy houses over by there too. So we went and drove
Oh,
the neighborhood,
nice.
and looked at pretty dream houses.
Yes, that sounds wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Leslie, I know that you guys probably don't celebrate, well, because your son was raised in America. Maybe there's some little acknowledgement of that.
Yeah, first of all, wanting to express my gratitude on Thanksgiving to you and the Sangha for being so far away. It's beautiful to feel this piece of I know it's sort of Buddhism, but it's still American spirituality. That that's great. So I'm always grateful for everything you guys are doing and for this continuous. I just woke up, and I just went, oh, it's Tuesday morning. I can be part of part of the
Well,
Monday.
here you are. Here you are at the very end, but no less valuable and important. So it's wonderful to see you.
So
Thank you.
there is a little there's a family that had been doing their postdoc. The parents had done their postdoc in America, so they were thinking of doing Thanksgiving, and so they invited it's friends of my family and to do it. Except it's not a day off on Thursday here, so it'll be in the evening, and so it'll be in the evening, so it'll be indoors, and I don't know this family, so I mean I know who they are, but I asked my son if he knows their activities and he doesn't. So we worked out that if they'll do it outside, that I'll come, and if not, he said he'll bring food over for me afterwards. So, and then there's a family that I used to do with all the time throughout the years. A lot of the people are gone now, but the younger ones are there. So we're going to do a Zoom Friday night. So that's going to be that kind of a feeling. Hopefully that's good. Thank you for asking.
That's wonderful. We are cooking. My husband is very traditional. He makes the gravy, the stuffing, the birds, and so we will be bringing some to some people who are alone and, of course, are not cooking those traditional foods. And I feel really good about that. That's an expertise of my husband's, who's grilled turkeys for the last 40-something years and is an expert. And so it feels wonderful to be able to have some family members here where it works, and then also to share. I feel really excited about that. So I hope the same joys for each of you on this day, whether you're celebrating in that way or not. As Brother Stendhal Rast says, each day is a good day and a day to celebrate. Really, this formalizing of a day of gratitude is simply a token of really what we are cultivating for every day. And so if you can't do anything else, at least be reflective. Each evening, I take a few moments and reflect on the blessings that I could not have imagined would be in this amazing day. And of course, I'm always able to find so many that I fall asleep before I can name them all. And then, you get the good fortune of waking up and being able to start growing that number and growing those feelings again. So I'll look forward to hearing how that goes for everyone. I'm grateful for each of you, because without you, there really is no way to sustain practice, truthfully. Really, it's for sure. And so I'm ever grateful for you and all that you've contributed all these years, really. Thank you. I will look forward, Elizabeth, to hearing how it keeps unfolding as it gets bigger and bigger. I bet I'll beat you for waist size on babies. But I had 10-pound babies. You don't know yet.
Hopefully I don't have a 10-pound baby.
No, you don't want that. I will say here and now, that is probably not what anybody really needs.
No.
No. Let's not try for that. Let's try for a little nice 7, 12, 8, 8, just something that's nice football size. We
Yeah.
can carry those things around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me too. All right, everyone, be well this evening. Look forward to seeing you again. I'll be practicing in the morning at 7 and then again on Saturday at 7:30. And Greg, I believe, is still going to be on this Thursday. I think he still felt able to offer a practice, which would be a lovely time to check in with that also. All right, everyone, be well. Wonderful to see you. Good night.